Hello, my name is Megan Moss. Today I will be talking about research I have done on the benefits of eliminating sugar from your diet. I have always been interested in the effects of sugar on your diet and body. I have friends who have done sugar elimination diets where they stop eating sugar for a specified time period, usually around 30 days. These friends have said marvelous things about cutting sugar out of their diet. They say that they feel like they have more energy, they feel like their mind is clearer. They have also stated that they could enjoy other foods more since they are not relying on sugary foods to fill their cravings. They stated that they felt like fruits had a lot more flavor since they were the only sweet things they were eating. They even compared eating raisins to candy. These testimonies have always fascinated me, and I wanted to find out for myself how this feels. I decided that one summer I would try to eliminate sugar from my diet for as long as I could. I was working at a summer camp that summer, and I thought it would be pretty easy to do because all my meals were planned out for me, and I could easily avoid sugar. But I forgot our canteen basically only sold snacks that were filled with sugar: ice cream, candy, soda, and sports drinks. I did manage to go about 1 week without eating any sugar. The first few days were harder than I expected. I got a pretty bad headache that I assumed was because of my sudden diet change. I ended up eating sugar again after about a week because I was not noticing any big changes. I was probably more impatient than I should have been, and I should have kept going. I found that when I started eating sugar again, I went crazy for it, almost like I was trying to make up for not eating it for an entire week. Sugar can have crazy effects on your body. Despite not sticking to this diet, I am still very interested in how sugar truly affects the body and what changes you can see when you eliminate it from your diet. Sugar intake in America today. Researchers say that eating some added sugar is fine, but Americans are eating way too much sugar today. The average American eats 57 pounds of sugar each year. That averages out to be more than 1 pound each week. The average person consumes 17 teaspoons of sugar each day. 16% of children and teens' caloric intake comes from sugar, and 50% of children under the age of 12 have tooth decay caused by eating sugary foods. So how do these facts compare to what we should be eating? How much sugar should we be consuming? The American Heart Association recommends that women should eat no more than 6 teaspoons or 25 grams of added sugar each day, and men should eat no more than 9 teaspoons or 38 grams each day. And children, depending on their age, should get between 3 and 6 teaspoons or 12 to 25 grams of added sugar each day. These recommendations are only for added sugar and does not apply to natural sugars like ones found in fruits. The World Health Organization recommends that no more than 10% of an adult's caloric intake should come from both added sugar and natural sugars. So what does sugar actually do to our body? Eating sugar releases dopamine into our system, which is a feel-good chemical, which can lead to cravings. Sugar can produce symptoms of cravings and withdrawal similar to addiction. The U.S. National Institution of Drug Abuse has studied and found that sugar can change an individual's brains in the same ways drugs such as cocaine and alcohol can. These changes in the brain can be linked to cravings caused by sugar. Increased sugar intake has been linked to higher levels of depression in adults. The more sugar you eat, the more glucose is released into the blood system, which leads to the pancreas releasing insulin. Higher insulin levels can lead to diabetes, and diabetes can then potentially lead to kidney failure, nervous system damage, loss of sight and hearing, and many other health complications. Higher levels of insulin can lead your body to store calories as fat. Insulin can also affect leptin hormones, which cause the brain and body to not recognize when we are feeling full. Higher insulin levels can lead to heart attacks, heart disease, or stroke. In fact, people who get at least 25% of their calories from sugar are twice as likely to die of heart disease than those who follow the recommended 10% calories from sugar. So as you can see, sugar can affect so many areas of our lives, and eating a lot of sugar now can impact us for years down the road. High sugar consumption can lead to a vicious, never-ending cycle of health complications. So what happens when you eliminate sugar from your diets? You get, these are just a few benefits that I have found. You get more energy and sleep. Eating food high in sugar can give you a short-lived sugar rush, but then you ultimately end in a sugar crash, resulting in your body craving more sugar to get that high again. By cutting out sugar and relying on natural sugars found in food, as well as protein and fiber, your glucose levels will stabilize and you will no longer feel the highs and crashes. Skin. By swapping out sugary drinks for water and other sugary foods for fruits high in vitamins and minerals, you can prevent spots and aging on your skin, as well as prevent acne. Teeth. Foods high in sugar can cause tooth decay. By cutting out sugar, you are lessening the chances of your teeth decaying. Mood. A poor diet can increase the risk of altered moods and depression. Fruits and vegetables have been proven to boost the mood. Memory. Fluctuations in glucose levels, the highs and lows talked about earlier, can lead your brain feeling like it's in a fog and loss of memory. To maintain a stable glucose level, eat foods high in omega-3 fatty acids like fish, flaxseed, walnuts, and foods high in antioxidants like berries, spices, and leafy greens. Type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes is caused by eating too much sugar, which causes your pancreas to produce too much insulin for your body to take. By reducing your sugar intake today, you are greatly reducing your risk of getting type 2 diabetes. Weight. Sugar causes you to gain weight because sugar often gets stored as fat in our bodies. By reducing your sugar intake, we are reducing the fat in our bodies and can either lose weight or prevent ourselves from gaining more weight. Heart disease. Sugar can cause diabetes and can clog our arteries. By cutting out sugar, we are greatly reducing our risk for heart disease. So here are some ways that we can eliminate sugar from our diet. Number 1, cut out sugary drinks. Instead, drink water, sparkling water, unsweetened tea, or black coffee. Number 2, avoid sugary-filled desserts. Yes, we all love cakes, cookies, and ice cream, but they don't provide hardly any nutritional value. Instead, try to eat fruits and even dark chocolate, which is low in sugar. Number 3, avoid sauces with a lot of sugar. Many sauces or condiments like ketchup and barbecue sauce that we love contain way too much sugar. Instead, try adding herbs and spices instead to add flavor. Or use a sauce that is low in sugar, like pesto, mayonnaise, mustard, or vinegar. You can even try making your own homemade marinara sauce to cut out some of the sugar found in store-bought marinara sauce. Number 4, eat whole foods. Whole foods do not have as much sugar as we find in processed foods. Many processed foods are made up of artificial colors and flavors, which are full of added sugars. Number 5, avoid sugar at breakfast. Many popular breakfast foods like pancakes, waffles, cereal, and even granola are loaded with sugar. By skipping the sugar at breakfast and eating whole foods, we will feel full until it is time for our next meal, and we will not feel like snacking. Try eating eggs, oatmeal, fruits, or avocados for breakfast. Number 6, learn to read food labels. Added sugar is often disguised under other names. Try to avoid products containing high fructose corn syrup, cane sugar, maltose, dextrose, rice syrup, and molasses. One simple rule to go by is if you can't pronounce the ingredient, you probably shouldn't be eating it. And lastly, number 7, don't keep sugar in your house. If you don't buy it, you won't eat it. Simple as that. So how does this tie in with our faith? 1 Corinthians 10:31 says, "So whatever you eat or drink, or whatever you do it all for the glory of God." This verse states that everything we do should be honoring to God. God made us and He made our bodies. I'm sure He wants us to take care of His creations by eating right and staying healthy. And Proverbs 25:27 says, "It is not good to eat too much honey, nor is it honorable to search out matters that are too deep." This verse says that we should have boundaries and use portion control. Too much of a good thing is not always a good thing. These are the resources that I used in my research. I hope you are encouraged to be more mindful about your sugar consumption and the long-term impacts that high sugar intake can have on your diet. Thank you for listening.